Hello everyone, welcome to another fan going on in the background endorsed Fight of the Night review. This was the one that took place last night at the Accor Arena in Paris, France. It was on the main card, I believe it was halfway through. It was between Benoit Saint-Denis, who is from France, and Thiago Moises, who is not from France. He's from Brazil, in case you can tell from the names Thiago and Moises. So, as always, I'm going to go through it round by round, bit by bit, with the notes I have to help me remember the shit I usually don't remember, and we'll see where we wind up by the end. So we begin, obviously, with round one. Moises goes for a teep kick, Benoit lands a good couple of leg kicks and mixes a punch in as well. He goes for another leg kick, but accidentally hits low, and Moises takes about a minute and a half to recover. It happens fairly early on in the round, and indeed in the overall fight, but, you know, by the time Moises does recover, he pops a high kick really nicely. Benoit lands another body kick, then a 1-2, and then another kick that goes right to Thiago's poor penis. Moises doesn't really take as much time to recover from this one, about like a quarter of the time he took to recover from the first. He does go for a big kick though and completely misses. Benoit capitalizes with some really good punches and backs Moises to the cage briefly. Moises does land a solid kick and a couple of decent hooks, but Benoit manages to back Thiago to the cage again and lands some more punches before taking back side control, basically just smothering Thiago against the cage and landing some knees before Thiago eventually frees himself and to trade a few more kicks when they're standing. Benoit lands some really nice clean punches, rocking Thiago against the cage and getting another takedown. Moises goes for a leg lock. While he's on the ground, Benoit counters and retakes backside control. Moises rolls onto his back and Benoit stays on top in full guard. He stays on top and lands a few more punches, just holding Thiago down basically. Benoit lands an elbow that cuts Moises open on the right eyebrow thereabouts, leading to a lot of blood being poured out, excuse me. Moises goes for another leg lock, Benoit escapes and Benoit swings at Thiago. The two are getting into a really good fight, trading some really nice punches to close out the round. So even though the end of the round was pretty exciting, most of this round was really one-sided, and no doubt I'm giving it to Benoit. He just had clear control throughout the entire thing, and I don't want to be that guy. I feel like part of it was to do with the accidental low blows. I do believe that they are accidental, but two kicks to the penis almost back-to-back can't have been good for Thiago, and absolutely he could have taken the full 5 minutes. I think he should have, maybe. I mean, he took a minute and a half the first time around and not nearly as long the second time around, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that might have had some sway in Benoit's control. Not that he couldn't control it well otherwise. He had some really good punches. His grappling work was exceptional, especially. But it just didn't really look like Benoit was in a whole lot of trouble, except for maybe one or two moments. But he just looked too in control. Not really too much back and forth until near the end of the round, so yeah, round one clearly goes to Benoit. We then go to round two. Benoit starts with a body kick and a solid couple of punches, backing Thiago against the cage again and taking his back again, landing some really good knees to the leg, which don't look like they hurt, but apparently according to Michael Bisping on commentary, they hurt a fucking lot, and I'm not going to doubt the man. Moises does grab the cage to avoid a takedown, and the referee just about sees Moises pull his hand away from the cage, because the referee for this one is not doing a good job, I will admit. I think his name's Lucas Belansky or something, but still, yeah, Moises avoids the takedown, but Benoit stays on him, but eventually Moises does push Benoit away. Benoit lands some really solid left overhands. Moises lands a kick up high, driving a takedown on Benoit against the cage and getting it, probably his most significant moment of this entire fight, taking Benoit down, but Benoit gets back up really quick. Benoit has Thiago against the cage, and he's really up close to him and starts landing some elbows. Doesn't open any more cuts, but still, they're nasty looking elbows. Benoit gets another takedown, takes Thiago's back and lands some more punches. He just lands knees and punches over and over, grinding him out against the cage. And eventually, with about 16 seconds left in round two, the referee stops the fight, awarding Benoit the win via TKO in round two, so we have to talk about it. So, this fight is not going to be in the top 10 of the year. I genuinely believe that it was not a great fight. Thing is, what drove it mostly was the crowd. The crowd were super invested in the guy from France, which is Benoit Saint-Denis, who won. No complaints about that. But they were really only super interested in him, you know? They didn't even hate it when he accidentally kicked Thiago in the bollocks twice within the first 30 seconds of the fight, no less. So yeah, it was a bit weird. It's a stark contrast to last year's awesome fight they had in France. You know, we're tied to Tuivasa versus Sorgon. That fight ruled and the crowd were behind both men. I don't know what the fuck changed in the year since. I don't know. Did Thiago do something to piss the crowd off? I feel bad for Thiago in this fight more than anything. He didn't really have a ton of standout moments except for the really good takedown he had in round two. But yeah, he did not look like he had any dominance at all on the side. Benoit did not look like he was in any trouble. except for maybe the leg locks in round one. But there, again, really no Halton moments where he looked like he was sweating it. So yeah, this fight isn't going to be in the top 10 of the year. I just felt like it's not even that it was over. Like, it's not even that it was finished in the second round. That I don't mind. I just feel like it wasn't back and forth enough. Really. I mean, the most exciting moment really was just the last 15 seconds of round one, when they both actually looked like they were trying to give a shit, but Benoit just looked like he was on easy street for the most part. Moises did not look like he had a lot of control in this fight. I genuinely feel bad for the dude. But, as always, you should go and watch this fight yourself to formulate your own opinion. It really wasn't my kind of thing, so it's not going to be in the top 10 of the year, I don't think. That'll about do for this, though. I will see you all for... What the hell will I see you all for? I don't bloody know. Maybe a reaction in the week, probably. Maybe a Music of the Week episode. No, definitely Music of the Week episode on Thursday. 6 albums, so that's going to be fun. And I'll see you all for pretty much whatever I wind up doing next. So, yeah, as always, thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye-bye.